Hi there, it's March 16th and we're out in our greenhouse. And actually, what I have with me is some castings that we picked up from underneath a tub that sat outside for the winter. And we are picking up the worms that are under the tub and we're going to put them into our in-ground worm towers. So there are night crawlers in here. So I just wanted to show some of the native worms that we find here, as well as there are some red wigglers in here. This material is cold because we, like I said, we picked it up off our driveway, and well, that night crawler doesn't want to pick up. There's the big one. There were a couple night crawlers in here. Here's one. There he is. What a beauty. And I'm just gonna find a red wiggler to contrast. There's several night crawlers in this clump that we picked up under the tubs. That's another night crawler, a bit of a smaller one. I'm just trying to find a red wiggler to contrast the size. I don't want to dump the tub out because these worms don't want to see the sunlight to that degree. What's this guy? Is this a red wiggler? Or is that another night crawler? Just younger.
That's a younger one.
That's a younger night. Oh, what's that one's red? It's hard to see the color in the, there you go. So there's the difference between a Canadian night crawler and a red wiggler. A couple Canadian night crawlers. You go back in the tub. So this one, Muddy Fingers, would be able to stretch out to be a foot long. No doubt about it. This one, are you sure, Landon, this is a red wiggler?
We could dig one out of the...
Yeah, we're right here at our bins. Anyway, so these...
It might be on the bottom if we look in here.
Yeah. Oh, the first one we picked up definitely was a red wiggler.
Just put it on there.
Okay, I'm going to dump it out onto another...
Yeah, there's a whole bunch in there.
Onto another lid. I'll just move it over here. Like I said, we're just doing this impromptu in the greenhouse. Yeah, there's a red wiggler there. So there's the difference in size. Now, red wigglers obviously can get bigger than that. These are worms that we are finding loose, you know, on our patios and driveway that have spent the winter under our tubs. So there's a Canadian nightcrawler, not that active, but definitely different than the red wiggler in several ways. When it fully stretches out, it becomes a much paler color, and also the tail is different. You know, people describe it as a flat tail, and you can see that it's, I know it doesn't like me holding his tail, but you can see it's kind of got a flattened aspect to it. A little bit of a red tip as well. You getting the tail there? Yeah. So not sure. Now the worms that we find outside are very dark in color. The red worms, they eat leaves. Obviously they're eating leaf litter, and they are very dark in color. This one I do believe is a red worm. A native red worm. I don't think it's a night crawler.
It might be a blue.
No, not definitely.
It's moving a lot more than the other one.
I know, but no, not a blue. They can't live here over winter outdoors.
Okay.
If it is a red worm, there's no clitellum visible yet, but the tail is not like the night crawler either. Yeah, I think that is a red worm. Yeah, that's a
Get your earthworm doing a circle.
yeah. Well, we're gonna go put those into the tower, give these guys a home. All right, we'll catch up with that in a minute. So here we are outside, and there's one of our in-ground worm towers, and Landon's just taking the lid off here. We're gonna let these guys go. Now we have lots of strawberry leaf debris. How moist does it feel, Landon?
Not very moist, so I'm going to take most of it out.
Yeah, we'll just use it watch that you're not taking worms out.
Oh, there won't be
We
any worms.
put some of our dead strawberry leaves on top, and we will add them to the worm bins, but we want these worms to be down where it's moister and more in touch with the manure and cardboard and things that we put in there. So there they go. All of them out. If not, just leave the container upside down in there, and they'll all fall out. And we can come get it in an hour, and they'll all be out of it. Just leave it upside down. There you go. They have a nice new home, and those night crawlers will be able to go through the bottom or sides of this in-ground tower and dig down as deep as they like. That's everything for today.